it is Hillary here today, and I am working in the Creative Faith Joy Journal. So this is a kit that I put out at the very end of 2017, and I sold out really fast. And so then I printed a second batch of them. And so I will put a link in the description below if they're not sold out already, for you guys to check that out in my Etsy store. But each page has a different topic and questions, all related on the same theme of joy. That is something that God is really working in me recently in the past few months, and I create kits that I need, and then I assume that other people need them too. So today I'm working on a page titled Old Church Choir. This page was inspired by the song Old Church Choir by Zach Williams. And this song, if you haven't heard it, please pause this video, go watch the music video, and then come back, because you'll just see why I had to include this song as a whole page for the Joy Journal. It is a song full of joy, full of happiness, and it just puts you in a really good mood whenever you listen to it. And so that was kind of the heart behind this page. To start off, I used some designs by Rachel Beth Homemade Watercolors. It's my favorite little watercolor set. I'll put a link to her Etsy store in the description below, but I just made a little yellow border. I actually had never used the yellow included in the watercolor set, but to me, whenever I think of joy, I think of the color yellow. When I was living at home, our dining room used to be painted yellow. And then when my parents painted it brown, I said, I want my bedroom painted yellow now. So yellow to me is just a color of joy. And so I did a little border at the top and the bottom, and then I made a little circle in the middle. I'm using these Bo Bunny stamps. What's really funny is I had looked at these at Craft Warehouse like a year or two ago. I decided I didn't want to spend the money. And then the other week I went to the store Tuesday morning, and they had a bunch of Bo Bunny stamps, including the ones that I had wanted. So that was kind of a fun little God sighting. And so one of the words that said joyful, and I just love that. So I made sure to include a spot in the middle, the little yellow circle for that word. And then this is a sticker sheet that I got from Craft Warehouse. I was blessed with a gift card there for my birthday the other month, and so I just loved the fun spring stickers. And so you'll see that I cut out the little white and pink elements as a border. And then this is the sheet that comes in the Joy Journal kit. You get some watercolor word strips, which I'm cutting out on the left side of the page, and then the other side of the page has other elements that you can cut out and include. And this one that I'm cutting, you can use the watercolor word strips as like one whole strip, or like me, you can cut them into little bits. So you'll notice that on each page in the Joy Journal, there is a Bible verse. I love Bible journaling and using traveler's notebooks to creatively express my faith, but I think it is so important to also be studying God's Word, and sometimes I think we get caught up in putting pretty things on the page that we lose track of the actual element of studying the Bible and whatnot. And so in all of my kits, I have Bible verses, I have some sort of devotion content, because I think that's really important, and that is kind of the purpose behind Creative Faith, is to inspire people to dive into the Bible more. And so on this page, the verse is Psalm 100, verse 1 and 2. I'm going to read that to you guys. It says, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing." And so I picked this verse because obviously it talks about singing, and this page is focused on this song. And so I'm just going to journal out the lyrics. And I sometimes struggle having joy going to work. And that is just something that the devil's been fighting with me about recently. But when I think of this verse, it says, serve the Lord with gladness, which is what I'm doing at my job, and come into his presence with singing. And so what I've been doing lately is I've been putting this song on in the car as I'm driving to work. And it's just a beautiful reminder to sing and to kind of put myself in a mindset full of joy as I am going into work. And so I would just encourage you guys to, if you're fighting with joy and having trouble having joy, to play this song and just soak up the lyrics. So like you guys saw, today's page was fairly simple, but I think that is so good for us to remember. Lately I've been trying to do simpler pages because I have lots of traveler's notebooks and lots of devotion kits, but I sometimes get so caught up in, it has to be like a brand new page, a new technique to share, but it's also really wonderful to just sit and meditate in a song or in a Bible verse, and we don't need to put everything on the page. So I recently posted an Instagram picture about the same thing. So I hope this was encouraging to you guys. Please join us in studying joy and pick up a kit from the link in the description below. And if you are also like me struggling to have joy, please just put your name in the comments saying me too, and I would love to be praying for you all. So here are a couple close-ups. Be sure to subscribe to the Creative Faith YouTube channel for more inspiring videos, and I just hope that you guys are full of the joy of the Lord today. Bye! See you next time!